Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're having a great day so far. So I recently saw two of my favorites here on YouTube film a couple of videos and I thought they were so much fun, so I thought I would film them as well. Kaylee and Liv are some of my favorite people to watch here on YouTube. I will link their channels in the description box below, and they collabed together and they recently talked about products that they love that everybody else hates, and then they also did products that they hate that everybody else loves. So today I thought I would jump on the bandwagon and do products that I hate that everybody else loves. These are things that people talk about nonstop, whether it's on YouTube or, I'm chatting with my friends and they love these products, and they're just products that I cannot get on board with for whatever reason. So I have decluttered a bunch of these products because when I find that I don't like something, I usually pass it along to family or friends. I think I have a couple of them. I wrote a list on my phone. So if I do have them, I'll do close-up shots for you guys, but otherwise I'll insert a photo so you guys can know what I'm talking about. But make sure you let me know in the comments below which products you guys hate that everybody else loves, because I would love to hear from you. And check out Liv's video and Kaylee's video, which I'll link in the description box below. Otherwise though, let's jump into it. So the first product is the Too Faced Born This Way foundation. This is one product that I wanted to love. I tried it so many times. I tried it over and over and over with different powders, with different primers, and I just could not love it. I don't know what it was about that foundation, but it just didn't work well for my skin type. I have very oily skin and I like a good medium to full coverage foundation, and I feel like the Too Faced Born This Way is a little bit more natural looking on the skin. But it's weird because I feel like when I watch videos, a lot of people claim that it's full coverage. So I was like, I have to be doing something wrong. Like, this has to work for me. So many people love it, and unfortunately it just didn't work for me. I actually hate the product. Like, I just did not like it at all. I felt like my skin always looked really oily when I wore it. It just didn't give me the coverage that I wanted, and I just could not get on board with it. So that is the #1 foundation that I honestly wanted to like it so much. Like, I tried it over and over and over, and I must have had so many bad foundation days because I tried it so many times. I wanted to love it, and it just didn't work for me. I had it in my collection for the longest time before I finally decluttered it. Since we're talking about Too Faced, I'll mention a few other products, but the Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara is something that I just do not enjoy. I don't know what it is. I know so many people love that mascara. Like, a lot of you guys have even told me that's your #1 mascara. So many people here on YouTube love it, and I personally just don't like it. I feel like it doesn't do anything for my lashes, and I keep trying it. Like, they'll send it to me in PR, I'll try it again, I'll buy it, I'll try it again, and then I keep decluttering it, and I still try it like after a few months. And like, even now in my head, I'm like, maybe I should try it out again and see if it works for me. It just doesn't work for me. I don't know what it is. It just doesn't do anything for my lashes. That being said, I do like the waterproof version, which is weird. I feel like the waterproof version is a lot better for my lashes, but the original just isn't my personal favorite. I feel like there are so many other mascaras that perform better for me than that one. So I think I have to put it like on my X list and not try it out again, because I'm kind of like thinking about it. I'm like, maybe I should try it again, but no. It just doesn't work for me. Another foundation that didn't work that well for me was the IT Cosmetics Celebration Foundation and the IT Cosmetics Celebration Foundation Illumination. These are two products that I also wanted to love. Like, I get on this weird kick where I try a product, and if it doesn't work for me, I keep trying it over and over and over. Not with every product, but with certain products. And for some reason, I did that with the Too Faced Born This Way foundation, the mascara, and these two products as well. They're powder foundations, and I have tried a couple of powder foundations that I really like. I love Pure Cosmetics, I love Kat Von D, but for some reason these IT Cosmetics powder foundations just didn't work well for me. The Illumination version made my skin got a little bit too oily throughout the day. That one is obviously supposed to give your skin more of a glow. I feel like that one's geared toward dry skin, so I kind of understood why that one didn't work for me. But the original one that comes in the black packaging was recommended by so many of you guys. I feel like so many people on YouTube love it as well. It didn't necessarily, cover anything on my skin or even out my skin tone. If I wore it over a liquid foundation, my skin still got oily throughout the day, and it just wasn't my favorite powder. I felt like I tried other powders that I liked more than that one. So unfortunately, those two products didn't work for me, and I will not try them again because I did repurchase one of them. I don't know what it is, but I get on this weird kick. So when a product doesn't work for me, I think I need to like write it down and say, this is why I didn't like it. Don't repurchase it. It won't work for you. So this next product is not cruelty-free, but it is hyped up on YouTube. I feel like so many people talk about it, so many people love it, which is why I personally tried it, and it is the Bobbi Brown Shimmer Brick. I feel like so many people on YouTube were using these in their videos, were chatting about them, they loved them, and when I tried it, I just couldn't get it to work for me. I wanted to because Bobbi Brown products are so expensive, but I feel like I get confused by products that have like multiple colors in them, whether they're blushes or highlights or bronzers. I don't know if I should just like use all of the colors at once or use a portion of the product, and I felt like no matter what I did with the Shimmer Brick, it just didn't look that good on my skin tone. I felt like maybe the color that I had was too dark for my skin tone, which added to it, but in general, when I buy like a highlight or a blush or a bronzer, I just want like one solid color. I don't do well when there's like a bunch of colors mixed in. I just feel like they're not always consistent because depending on how you mix your brush in, you'll get a different color every time. At least that's my experience. So I just did not like the Shimmer Brick. I felt like it was overpriced, it was expensive, and it just wasn't my personal favorite for a bunch of reasons. Okay, this next product is something that I actually bought again because so many people said they loved it, whether they were on YouTube or in my comment section. I honestly listen to you guys when you leave recommendations, and of course not everything is going to work for every single person. You guys have recommended so many good products over the years that I've fallen in love with, but the Tarte Lip Palette was just not my favorite. I don't know what it was about that formula because I really enjoy the Tarte Lit in Bloom. I feel like that one is a really nice quality, but for some reason the original Tarte Lip Palette is just like my least favorite eyeshadow palette of all time. I ended up decluttering it a little while ago, but I felt like the shadows didn't blend that well. I felt like they were dry and chalky, and I feel like Tarte eyeshadows are hit and miss for me. Sometimes I love them and they're my favorite, and sometimes I don't enjoy them. And for some reason, the original Tarte Lip palette was not my favorite. So many people love that palette. I know that's like a lot of people's favorite palette, but for me personally, it was like my least favorite palette of all time. I don't know why though, because I love the Tarte Lit in Bloom, and I do want to grab the Tarte Toasted palette, but I haven't grabbed it yet because I feel like I don't need it in my collection, so I'm just kind of waiting a few months to see if I still want it, and then I'll end up grabbing it. But the original Tarte Lit just really let me down. I just did not like it. The next product is the Kat Von D Lock It Concealer. I wanted to like that so much, and I felt like the actual concealer was so nice. When I applied it under my eyes, it was so creamy and the coverage was great and it applied really beautifully, but it creased like crazy on me. And a lot of concealers do crease on me because I have under eye wrinkles, and I feel like that just kind of comes with the territory. But the Kat Von D concealer creased instantly, and it creased so much worse than really any other concealer that I've tried. So I just could not get on board with it, which is disappointing because I liked the actual formula of the concealer, but it just creased like crazy. I would say that's probably one of my least favorite concealers of all time, and that's the reason why I haven't tried the Lock It foundation, just because I'm kind of wondering if it would do the same thing on my face, like in any of my fine lines. So I've been avoiding that one. I know a lot of people love that concealer, and if you don't struggle with under eye creasing and you have like dry under eyes, I think it's going to be amazing, but I personally just did not like the formula for me. So the next product that I just did not like that so many people love, so many of you guys love this product as well, is the e.l.f. brow pencils. I recently tried them because so many people were raving about them. Particularly like in one of my videos, I mentioned that I wanted to try a brow pencil, and so many of you guys said you love them, and you know I love e.l.f. Cosmetics products, but I just could not get on board with them. I felt like they were so creamy, like overly creamy. And for brow products, I tend to prefer more of like more of a dry product that will actually stay in place really well. But I felt like it was too creamy. It just kind of smeared all over the place. It didn't like lock my brows into place, and the actual pencil was a little bit too thick for me. I prefer more of like a thin pencil like the Anastasia Brow Wiz if I'm going to use a pencil. In general, I use eyeshadow or something like that. So, you know, to be fair, I'm not the biggest eyebrow pencil fan, but I felt like out of all the eyebrow pencils that I've tried, the e.l.f. pencil was my least favorite. I just did not like it. And I was disappointed because I love e.l.f. Cosmetics. They're really affordable, but I just could not get on board with their eyebrow pencil. And the last product is something that I recently talked about on my channel, but I thought I would include it in this video as well. It is the Too Faced Hangover RX. It's a face primer. And again, to be fair, I feel like this product is more so geared toward people who have dry skin, but I've really been loving hydrating primers lately, whether or not they're geared toward people with dry skin or oily skin. I feel like the more hydrating, the better. My foundation just goes on a lot nicer in general when I use a hydrating primer. So I wanted to try out the Too Faced primer, and I just did not like it at all. I thought I liked it like the first few times I tried it, but the more I used it, I felt like my foundation just broke down so quickly. It did not lock my foundation into place at all, and my skin was so oily, like just more oily than it's ever been when I used that primer. So I was not a big fan of it. Okay guys, so those are all of the products that I hate that a lot of people love and rave about. Make sure you let me know in the comments below which products you guys hate that a lot of people love. And if you want me to do the other video where I talk about products that I personally love that other people hate, just let me know in the comments below. Be sure to check out Kaylee and Liv. Again, I'll link their channels in the description box below. Otherwise, I hope you guys have a great day, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.